Hey guys, so we've kind of had a sports theme going this week. On Monday, you should have read the article from ReadWorks about diving. Yesterday, you should have read, you should have written about your favorite sport. And today, you guys are going to be reading an article with me about concussions, which are very common with football players. So that's kind of what we're going to read today. We have 5 vocabulary words. The first one is an opponent, which if you didn't have in a game, it wouldn't be very exciting because it's the one who's against you in the game, contest, or fight. A concussion is a brain injury caused by a hit to the head. High impact sports are sports in which players are often hit. So definitely football would be one, maybe soccer, hockey. I'm sure you guys can think of some more sports where you're getting hit often. Severe means serious, very dangerous. And then tragic means terrible and very sad. Let me get to the next page of the article. Okay, so this article is called Deadly Hits. And it says, concussions are ruining the lives of thousands of young athletes. Is football just too dangerous? It was the end of the second half. Zachary Lydset, star of the football team, dived and tackled his opponent. Zach's head slammed into the ground. He was in pain. His coach took him out of the game. But minutes later, he was back on the field. Zach from Maple Valley, Washington, looked like he was fine, but he wasn't. Zach tackled another player. His team won, but Zach didn't get up this time. The pain was blinding. Zach had a concussion. His brain was bleeding. He fell into a coma for 3 months and almost died. So concussions can be very serious. This wasn't the NFL. This was middle school football. Zach was only 13. I know a lot of you guys play football and are interested in sports. Think about if you know anyone who's had a concussion or if you've had a concussion before. The next section is about just facts about concussions. Concussions happen when a hit to the head makes someone's brain shake inside his or her skull. According to Nationwide Children's Hospital, 400,000 student athletes got concussions in 2006. Kids who play any high-impact sport can get concussions, but football is especially risky. Tackling other players is a big part of the game. Players often get hit in the head. Many kids end up hurt even when they are wearing helmets. Concussions are invisible injuries. That means you can't see the signs of them from the outside. Sometimes people with concussions don't even know they're hurt. The worst result of a concussion is brain damage, but concussions can cause other problems too. Some of the effects can be blurry vision, headaches, dizziness, and forgetfulness. Oftentimes you'll see with concussions, kids have a hard time with bright lights and any type of videos. They have to be in a dark room and they can't watch TV or videos or anything. They need their brain to give their brain time to heal. All right, the next section is called shaking it off. Sometimes football players tough it out and keep playing even after they get hurt. They don't want to disappoint their coach or their team. This kind of team spirit can be very dangerous. Zach was benched after his first concussion, but then he told his coach he felt fine. He went back into play. He continued to run and block and make big tackles. Each time his brain was rattled a little bit more. It was these little hits after the big concussion that ended Zach's football career. They also changed his life forever. All right, dangerous game. Is football too dangerous? Some people believe that it's no worse than other contact sports. They say that football shouldn't be singled out. After all, studies show that a girl who plays ice hockey is almost twice as likely to get a concussion as a boy who plays football. And boys soccer has the highest rate of severe concussions. But other people think that football is just too dangerous. From broken bones to head injuries, it's not worth putting kids at such high risk for a game, they say. Football teams are large and many kids play, so the overall number of concussions is higher in football than in other sports. Sadly, 32 kids died between 2006 and 2009 as a result of playing high school football. I'm going to go back for a second and just show you guys. I didn't read the caption under this picture, but this is Zach, who the story is about, and this is him in his football uniform before he got hurt. So I want you to look at him here, and then on the next page, this is him also, and we'll talk about this picture after I read this last section. We'll talk about both of these pictures. After his injury, Zach couldn't speak for 9 months. For 3 years, he needed a wheelchair to get around. He couldn't even swallow without help. It's been 6 years since the accident. Zach doesn't need a wheelchair anymore, but he still must use a cane to walk. He hasn't played football since that tragic day in 2006. What happened to Zach inspired the Lysdet Law, which was passed in 2009 in Washington State. The law says that if a student athlete might have a concussion, he or she is not allowed to play without an okay from a doctor. More than 30 states have passed similar laws. Zach believes that all athletes should be protected. That's why he's aiming to help get the law passed in all 50 states. Says Zach, everyone has challenges in life. This is my challenge. It's my calling. So up here you guys can see him, not that bright shiny football star anymore. He's having to learn how to walk with a cane. And then down here on the bottom, he's in physical therapy in 2011, nearly 5 years after the injury. So he was still having to get physical therapy 5 years later. So just interesting information to think about. When you guys are done, you'll have some questions to answer about the article. I miss all of you, and I hope you're all doing well. Talk to you later.